Let me show you how I do this crochet install in less than 2 hours. See how natural the middle part looks? So I'm using 6 packs of Wild Angel's Kinky Curly Crochet Extension in 22 inches. So I have a little bit of leave-out on my edges, and that's all the leave-out I have. Going straight in from middle part, and then I use some gel to clean it up. I then make a diagonal parting from my middle part to my forehead. And I clip the surrounding hair away and I braid that down towards my forehead. Because my hair is short at the front, I can leave it like this. But here's what you do if your hair is longer. So I make a parting behind that braid, leaving a tiny bit of leave out the front of it. And then I braid that parting down. So the same thing I did with the first 2 braids. Then make a parting behind the upper braid and also braid that down. And you want to part it in a way that the 2 braids look like they're joined together. And this is what's going to stop you from having that large gap behind your middle part. I don't like that. Now we're going to make another parting from the middle part braids all the way around to our nape. And we're going to join the middle part braids to this hair and braid it all the way around so it looks like one big L braid. And then we're going to part from the other side of the middle braid to our nape. You're going to clip the surrounding hair away to make it easier for yourself to braid. And we're going to join that middle part braid to this parted hair and then braid all the way around to our nape, joining the other braid that we made at our nape. So here I'm joining the 2 braids at the nape together. So this is what I have so far. And if your hair isn't short at the front like mine, you'd want to join the end of that first middle part braids to the sides like we did behind it. Now I'm going to make another nape braid. So I'm parting some hair around my nape again. And starting at this side where the end of my previous nape braid is, I'm going to braid the hair I just parted at my nape. But I start at this side specifically because I'm going to join in that previous nape braid. So you see here how that end braid is joined in. So again, I braid from one side to the other side of my nape, and then I continue to braid on the other side back down to my nape, just to keep the end braids at my nape and not at the front. So now this is what it's looking like. So now we're nearly done with the braiding pattern. This final part is very easy. Starting at the side where the end of our braid is, we're going to make vertical braids, making sure we join the end of the previous braid to the braid that we're doing. So every time we make a braid, we are joining the end of the previous braid so that all the braids are joined together in the end. And to keep the braiding pattern flat, you want to join the previous braid to like the middle or near the top of the braid that you're doing. So wherever your end braid can reach, join it there. Don't wait to get to the bottom. That's what will make it bulky. The braiding pattern is the foundation of your crochet install, and it's what sets the tone for how your crochet install will look like at the end. So that's why I'm taking my time to show you how I do my braiding pattern, which gives you a very versatile look and without any large gaps, because I don't like that. This is my final braid that I'm doing now, and you can see that all the braids are joined together. Now to hide this final end braid, I'm going to use my latch hook and crochet it into my other braids. And that is my braiding pattern complete. So this is what it should look like from the back, and then like this from the front. So like I said, I'm using Wild Angel's Kinky Curly Crochet Extensions in 22 inches. I did get 6 packs. And I will say that this hair is good quality. The strands are very full and soft. But I will say I was expecting more hair per pack. So I'm surprised that it's just that much. So I'm going to dye the bundles now using my favorite black color, Adore Black Velvet. I'm doing the hot water method. I pour 2 kettles of hot water into a bucket, add in my bottle of dye, stir it up, and then I drop the bundles in and give it another good stir. And then I just leave it for at least 2 hours. So now we are ready to install the crochet extensions, and this is the easiest part now. So if you left your 2 front middle braids like I did, I'm doing a little improv here, sort of like miracle knot. I crochet a piece to the end of the braid and then braid my ends with the crochet extensions. Once I get past the thread, I split the crochet strand into 2 and then just braid as normal. And I braid down far enough till I feel like it won't unravel. If your hair is longer, you could probably still do it this way, but you may need to just trim the crochet extensions that are not too long at the front. So I did the same thing on my other middle part braid. Now I'm just going to crochet as normal. I crochet each strand through and I make a loop knot. Sometimes I pull one strand through, sometimes I pull both strands through. But at the middle part, I make sure I pull one strand through so that the hair can split even on both sides. And you want to leave like a centimeter gap per extension, especially with kinky curly textures because they are so full. I've even put mine too close here because I didn't account for the fact that I'm going to brush out these curls, so this is actually too much. So you can put less than this on your middle part. But you see how seamless that looks for the fact that we don't have any leave out at our middle part. So I like to do my middle parts first and then I would go to the back and then I'll do the middle. So kind of making sure the whole perimeter is covered and then just leaving what's left for the middle. And now I am done. The braiding pattern only takes up to an hour and then crocheting the extensions takes an hour, making this a full 2-hour crochet install that you can wear for months. And you still have easy access to your scalp, so you can add any moisturizers, any oils. You can wash your hair very easily, just as you would wash your own hair. So now I'm doing my curly hair routine and you can find it on YouTube where I have my full in-depth tutorial on how I get the curls to pop like this. Curls were gorgeous anyway without the product, but with the product it just pops even more. And now I'm just using my Afro pick to add some volume to my hair. You can also check out my YouTube tutorials for in-depth on how I cut the hair. Now I'm just blending my leave out with Eco Styler gel and this gel from Neat Braid. And then I'm going to use the purple gammy to do my edges. Look at this blend. It's really giving all natural. And that's pretty much it. I am done. It's gorgeous, gorgeous hair, which you can treat just like you would treat your natural hair. Doesn't require too much maintenance. I like to wash the hair once a week using conditioner. And again, this hair is reusable, so once you pay the price now, you get to keep it for years, to be honest. And you can also use this tutorial for other hair brands, so you can get this same kinky curly look from Ula Hair, for example, and you can use my discount code LO15 or LOV10. This Wild Angel hair is on TikTok shop and I have linked it to this video. You can also find it in my showcase if you're unable to see the link. Oh, this hair is so beautiful. Look at how thick she is. Okay. But I'm done now with this tutorial. I'm just going to show you some different styles that I did with the hair. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube already, please do for more tutorials. I hope this video helps you and shows you how easy it is to do your own hair. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you later.